Okay, I think we're on now. Good morning, YouTube live stream. So this is my second live stream. Let's see how this goes. I hope it works out well. Now, as I'm looking in the screen, my words are backwards. So I hope you guys don't see them backwards. I hope you see this board behind me in the correct, I guess, angle or whatever, right? So behind me, what you see is 7 reasons you must own real estate. And this is just a motivational video, really, a motivational video to help all of us gain and maintain financial stability. And any expert will tell you real estate done properly is the cornerstone to financial stability and the cornerstone of wealth building, honestly. But I don't even want to go in this message, right, as high as even wealth right now. I'm not even talking about an abundance of assets. I'm talking about the basics, like the bottom line, flat line, what you do. So there's 7 core reasons why you must own real estate. I mean, must, absolutely. Like, stop BSing. Like, if you don't own now, you have to be on a path to own, and you should be on your family, your spouse, your loved ones, your cousins, your aunties, uncles, your kids. Like, that's the whole thing. We have to encourage our whole entire community to own real estate. Like, there's nothing to run from. Because, first reason, you're going to rent a roof over your head anyway. You're going to spend money on your housing regardless. So either there's 4 things, right? There's 4 things you're going to do in regards to your living situation. You are going to be homeless, and hopefully none of you are homeless and homeless on YouTube. But maybe, I don't know, right? I've been homeless before. I've been in a shelter. Like, I've come home from prison and had nowhere to go, and they made me go to a shelter, right? I was literally technically homeless. So I understand that, right? But either you're homeless, either you're living at home, which I've done that before too. I've lived at home as an adult, didn't like it, right? So I don't think any of us like that. So none of us want to be homeless, none of us want to live at home. So you're gonna be homeless, you're gonna live at home, you're gonna rent, or you're gonna own. That's it. That's what you're gonna do. So if you're gonna rent a roof anyway and spend money on rent because you don't want to live at home, you don't want to be homeless, you might as well put that money you're putting into the roof over your head, you might as well invest that money into your roof and get something out of it. Because at the end of the day, 1 year of rent or 12 years of rent or 20 years of rent, you're getting nothing in return out of it except for that temporary roof over your head. And when that year of rent is gone, or that month-to-month lease, you now got to go find another roof, or you're going to be homeless or living at home again. But when you own, you put yourself in a position to actually invest in your roof as an asset. So secondly, properties appreciate over time. No matter what, no matter where, we are going to continue to populate, and real estate will go up in value and appreciate over time. Now, you may say, well, Jay, what about the down market or markets crash and all that? I understand that. I'm very well aware. I'm pretty smart. I'm bright. I'm in the know. But over time, whether that time be 2 years, 12 years, or 20 years, or 200 years, property will go up in value. Every single property in America is more expensive today than it was 200 years ago. That's time. So yes, over time, no matter how much time that is, whether it's your lifetime or your kid's lifetime or your kid's kid's lifetime, property will go up in value. I'm correct. I'm right. I'm 100% right. And even if it didn't go up in value, or if it only went up a smidgen in value, it's still more value than you would have got being the tenant and being the renter. It's still a win-win. There's no way to talk yourself out of it because you just like to make comments and points. I'm right. You're wrong. Properties go in value over time. Third reason, it's real estate. I'm not even talking about investing. I'm not talking about commercial real estate. I'm not talking about wholesaling. I'm not talking about flipping. I'm not talking about being a full-blown investor landlord. I'm talking about being a owner-occupied purchaser, a homeowner. It is the lowest risk investment. You are investing money that you would be anyway renting into your own asset, which will gain you appreciation. Like we just said, properties go up in value over time, will gain you value over time, appreciation. It will offer you tax advantage. Tax advantages we'll cover in a minute. And it will also give you rental income, which is our next point, our 4th point. If you purchase using my strategies, buying a 2 to 4 family home, not only can you be able to live in one, or will be able to live in one of the units, you can actually rent the other units out and live for free or live for cheap, right? So if you are renting, if your mortgage is $1,100 a month, as I said on Periscope a couple minutes ago, if your mortgage is $1,100 a month and you got a duplex and you're renting the other unit out for $900, that's just $200 a month you got to pay to live. Very good. If you are renting out 3 other units, you're in a 4-family, you're living in 1 unit, and those units are bringing you $900 a month, you got $3,600 coming in, but only $1,100 is due to your mortgage. That's 25. I'm tripping right now, but whatever, right? It's a lot of money, a lot more money. So, yeah, I'm gonna say 2,500. Am I tripping? Yeah, 2,500. Right. So you'd bring 2,500 a month in cash flow. So you live for free, pay your mortgage, and bring an extra 2,500 in by utilizing just basic home ownership, but with a rental income approach. And then 5th is tax advantages. You guys, there's tax advantages on your closing cost. There's write-offs you can have on your closing costs when purchasing a home, on the interest of your actual mortgage loan. If you're renting out other units, you can get tax deductions for the maintenance of those other units and property management. All that is another benefit of why you must own real estate, because at the end of the day, you're going to be paying for a roof anyway. So why not pay for a roof that can help pay your mortgage and give you tax advantages towards your earned or other income? And 6th, real estate is a physical financial asset, meaning it's a financial instrument. It appreciates in value. There's value there, but it actually is physical. You can touch it, right? So in JMA, we're going to be covering stocks and finance with our instructor and mentor, Tavon Jackson. We'll also be covering credit with Will, who's behind this computer here, Will Roundtree. He'll be covering credit, mastering personal credit and business credit. But even in credit, something that exists, but it's not something you can hug and you can touch. Even with stocks and finance, right? The stocks is out there. You can own shares of Apple or own shares of Microsoft or Disney or McDonald's, but you can't necessarily hug. You can hug a McDonald's, but you're just owning a share of the business, really. Where in real estate, you can actually hug your property. You can go into your property. You can lay in your property. It's a physical asset you can touch. And it's talking about, again, not even as an investor, not even talking about being fancy and building wealth. We'll get to that later. We have plenty of information out there on that and a whole course on commercial real estate and the other components of residential real estate. But I'm talking about just basically driving home to you and your family, for not just from me to you, I'm saying from me to you, for you to give to everybody else. Like, yo, you're right. He's right. We must own. Like, what's our path to ownership? Because the 7th reason, which is super, super strong, is our triple threat, our trifecta. There's 3 main reasons within the 7th reason you should own real estate. And that's because you own the land, you own the property that's on the land, and you own the air rights above the property, meaning that you own the land and the mineral rights below the land. So if there's oil below the land, you own that too. If there's granite, you own that granite. If there's diamonds, you own those diamonds. You own the mineral rights below the land. You also own the property that's on the land, and you own the air rights above the land where you can build up or whatever else goes on. So you own 3 parts of the earth, basically, in this universe. Like you're in the loop. You're lord of your land. And so these are 7 reasons you must own real estate. I'm not saying you must use me. You must learn from me. You must go to the academy, which you should, but you must not any of those things. You must not use me as a realtor. You must not use any referrals we have. I'm not even saying any of that. This is a message about you having a mentality and instilling a mentality within your family, within your sphere of influence, that, hey, if you are around, think about 10 people you know. And out of those 10 people, if a majority of them are renters, then you need to be a pusher of this message. You need to say, and there's a time and place to rent. I totally get it, because we need a roof. And sometimes our credit or our income or other qualifying portions of owning aren't up to par yet. But you get on the path to fixing those things and getting up to par. So that's the whole point. A lot of times we never even start because we don't value this enough. Like, we don't value these 7 points enough. So we just get comfortable and just kind of chill and just be the tenant. And we get somebody else rich. And usually that somebody else that we get rich is somebody outside of our community. And then we're mad that we are the poorest in America and that other people are doing better than us, but we don't make the decisions or value assets in the manner that they value assets. We rather go buy Jordans, red bottoms, Louis bags, fake Gucci belts, and all types of other stuff. So if we value the asset because we understand the value of the asset, so these are 7 reasons we should value the asset of real estate and why we should participate in the ownership of real estate. If we do so, then we can participate in the wealth or financial stability that real estate brings. And this is just step 1. Then we get into ways of using wholesaling as a mechanism, buying and flipping, evaluating properties properly, buying and holding commercial real estate, apartment buildings, forcing value, strip malls, and all the other cool, fancy stuff that you can do in regards to wealth building. All that stuff is at our disposal as well in regards to our financial stability. But we all should embody and embrace step 1. And so this is your YouTube motivational kind of financial message of the day. Again, it's not, I don't want you to look at this as a YouTube video of Jay, Mr. Real Estate, Jay Morrison teaching you. I want you to look at it as Jay Morrison rolling out a blueprint and some facts on this must of real estate ownership for you to go teach somebody else. Like, you should be pulling somebody to the side like, hey, bruh, hey, king, hey, queen, hey, sis, excuse me. You know what I mean? Like, you should be calling people up. Like, we got to get on it. We slipping. Or if you're already an owner, but you know your family's not, and it's been hard to convince them, share this video. Like, have them subscribe to the channel, get more financial information, get more game. And if you guys want to learn this thoroughly, along with the real estate, the residential real estate investing portion of this, then that's when you should go to the Jay Morrison Academy and enroll in our residential real estate course. In our residential real estate course, it's going to be 26 weeks of learning the ins and outs of this with me as an instructor and as your mentor, where I answer bi-weekly mentorship calls every other week. So you can ask me all the questions you got right now about this and the next phases of this. And if you want to learn about credit and how to build personal credit, restore it, repair it, or business credit, you need to go into the academy and enroll in our credit mastery course. So you can learn how to build business credit or personal credit to take advantage of these things. Same with our commercial course. They're all 26-week courses with bi-weekly mentorship calls by our instructors for you to be able to learn the things you need to know to become as financially stable as possible. Same with stocks and finance, same with business startup and business mastery. This is the school we never had. This is the information we never had. And that's why I'm being so intentional about providing it and creating a vehicle for us to be able to learn it. So with that, this is my 2nd live stream. I hope it went well. I'll see by the comments. Make sure you guys are joining our Ask Jay campaign. If you hashtag Ask Jay on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, my team searches those hashtags, looks at the comments, and I answer 5 questions every single day, along with a motivational message of the day. And I'm on episode 48 now, right? So I have 90 days of doing this, so I'm on a downslope, but make sure you guys are part of that campaign. And make sure you go take a look at the courses at jmorrisonacademy.com. And whether you sign up for a course or not, you can get your free wealth DNA kit on that website. So you go to jmorrisonacademy.com, we're giving away a free wealth DNA kit, which encompasses your wealth DNA handbook. It's a really dope read, easy read, like 25 pages, but it's a lot of information on changing your mindset in regards and changing your DNA, activating your DNA in regards to thinking and adopting wealthy habits. There's also a daily budget, a monthly budget in there, as well as a financial analyzer to see your net worth. And there's also your dream life expense sheet, right? We got a fun thing you can do where you can actually map out the cost of your dream life. And so you can work backwards into that and, create the financial vehicles you need to have the comfortability, and really not even comfortability, but to have the dream life that you want. You need to start somewhere. And where you start is by identifying what that dream life costs you. And then you know what you got to do. So it's a really cool thing to do. Get your free wealth DNA kit, jmorrisonacademy.com. But more importantly, make sure you adopt this message, teach this message to someone else. You can repeat everything I said. You can copy me. It's okay. I'll give you that permission. But make sure that you are owning, you're promoting this message to your loved ones and those within your sphere of influence. So that's our responsibility. Jay Morrison Academy, Wealth Builders, YMC, new role models. That's what we're here to do. Now I'm about to get back to some more work. All right, peace.